2019 Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet Review. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet can be a luxury soft top having a hard edge, a bonnet filled with old-fashioned, big displacement brute force. Blasting down a country lane together with the roof down and also the cabin packed with V8 or V12 bluster is usually a distinctly retro experience brought completely from the pages of The Great Gatsby or The Wind Within the Willows. Yet from driving it's as technologically adept as rivals, for example the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, Ferrari California T and BMW M6 convertible, so that is easy to accept as a family hatchback. Enormous pace and luxury. Despite some wheels and engine, it's much easier to think with the S-Class Cabriolet not like a car but like a combination of land yacht and intercity train. The fine-grain wood dashboard inserts and body-hugging leather armchairs set against a sub-5 second 0 to 62 miles per hour time, whichever with the three massive engines you decide on. Here you should have a V8 in 4.7-litre or 5.5-litre flavor, or even the full powder keg 6.0-litre V12. It goes without saying that none are slow, and the larger motors used notably more fuel. Linked to your engine options are the roster of ordinary equipment. There aren't any trim levels to talk of, just an increase in gadgets and luxury since you climb the ladder of S500, S63 and S65. 3 levels of normal kit. Kicking things off would be the S500, which is included with Airmatic air suspension and 19-inch AMG alloy wheels, as well as a suite of parking sensors, LED headlamps along with the common online sat-nav system. Top in the tree may be the S65, which is included with baffling luxuries including 47 Swarovski crystals in each headlight, larger 20-inch alloy wheels and exclusive Napa leather upholstery, with an upgraded Burmester 3D multi-channel surround sound system stereo. There are lots of options, when you'd imagine, from carbon fiber exterior trim with a collection of roof colors along with a top speed hike from 155 miles per hour to 186 miles per hour. 3 engines available, 2 V8s along with a V12. Substantial performance in spite of choice. All record well under 5 second 0 to 62 miles per hour sprints. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet includes a restricted engine choice, similar to the coupe. Both eschew the saloon's socially conscious diesel and hybrid models with the Old Testament fire and thunder of V8 and V12 petrol powertrains. Petrol engines. Kicking things off could very well be the best all-rounder with the bunch, the S500. This relies on a mighty 4.7-litre V8 with 455 horsepower and 700 Newton-meters of torque, which is available from a lowly 1,800 revolutions per minute. This power is channeled via a 9-speed automatic gearbox for the rear wheels. All S-Class Cabriolet models are rear-driven, and may dispatch the 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint within 4.6 seconds, onto an electronically limited 155 miles per hour, exactly the same top rate because S63 and S65. Make no mistake, this is really a fast car, with bags of low-down torque and enough mid-range punch to create the 70 miles per hour speed limit seem like the start of their stride. Best of all, it's the only one with the bunch to promise a fuel economy inside the 30 mpgs and low enough CO2 to be entitled to £295 annual tax, a saving of greater than £200 compared with all the AMG models. Mercedes-AMG S-Class. If neither of the costs are very important, then upgrading for the S63 and its particular wholly inebriating 5.5-litre V8 is usually a no-brainer. Power jumps to 585 horsepower and torque swells to 900 Newton-meters, ample, but you'll need 2,250 revolutions per minute to discover the latter, which leads to a momentary hesitation at low revs ahead of the S63 really gets going. The 0 to 62 miles per hour drops dramatically to 4.2 seconds, and also the fuel economy needs a bit of the hit too. This car utilizes a 7-speed automatic transmission which feels less whip-crack fast, since the S500s however does a fantastic job of serving in the right gear when you need it. Most impressive on these claims car's duplicity. It'll hum along contentedly around the motorway but punctuate more binary throttle inputs using a feral bark from in the beginning and crack and rattle through the exhaust behind. At its heart, this is often a very modern engine, however it sounds like an old warplane. Full throttle starts cause serious writhing from your rear wheels even though the traction control light blinks madly. Better to hold back until you're rolling before pressing your foot on the firewall, but ensure that you've got a transparent run for the horizon given it will approach with alarming speed. This sort of driving is the most suitable deployed with a wide country road with plenty sweeping bends, the place that the S-Class will waft along at the satisfying pace. Top from the tree may be the S65, a 6.0-litre V12 with 630 horsepower as well as a frankly bonkers 1000 Nm of torque from 2300 revolutions per minute. This goes via a different 7-speed automatic transmission as opposed to S63, and despite being 50% more pricey, it's merely 1/10 quicker from 0 to 62 miles per hour. From a pragmatic viewpoint, it's considerably thirstier and higher priced to tax, but in all honesty, if you're thinking about buying a £200,000 V12 convertible, it's unlikely those things are likely to be much of an issue. Huge bulk is well contained by trick suspension. Manages to get both comfortable and responsive. Mercedes-AMG cars feature sportier put in place. It's worth declaring this Mercedes-Benz S-Class cabriolet weighs about well over 2 tons in spite of which version you choose. It's also 5 meters long and much more than 2 meters wide. Long story short, there's a great deal of metal to move about whenever you change direction. Air suspension is standard, nevertheless the coupe's clever magic body control system that resists body roll in bends just isn't available. This car incorporates a more relaxed nature though, it's more in the home blasting down straight boulevards than B roads. Still, even inside softest S500, the battleship S-Class does an admirable job of shrugging off its bulk when things get twisty and may clip along at the frankly startling pace whilst remarkable ride comfort. The suspension offers comfort and sport settings, and latter lends a much more tied down feel. AMG cars are less comfortable overall but feel more agile inside sportier setting. In reality though, you're happier dialing it back a bit inside the corners and making time up again for the straights. There's a great deal of clever tech at the office here, but in the end physics always wins. Besides, this means more the opportunity to give the accelerator pedal a major boot to help you revel from the thunderous soundtrack. Fabulously stylish and solid cockpit. Comfortable seats and adjustable driving position. Digital dashboard is sharp and all too easy to watch. A wide range of expensive-looking materials have already been used from the cabin in the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, also it makes you feel pretty special before you've even pressed the starter button. With the cover down, this can be amplified not just by the fact that all the others can see into, but given it takes about the atmosphere of your finely finished powerboat, in lieu of something as mainstream as being a car. Optionally heated seats and tire are complemented by electrically warmed center console and door armrests too, keeping all you could touch nicely toasty once the sun disappears behind a cloud. There are 2 screens instead of the standard analog dial, create one displaying the speedometer and rev counter and trip compute, whilst the second might be customized to demonstrate multimedia or sat-nav information, while using the large touchpad and wheel just inside the central armrest. Quiet with all the roof up or down. Comfortable seats with optional massage. A few squeaks and creaks in this test car. Roof up or down, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class cabriolet is really a supremely refined place for being. The soft top comprises of multiple layers of fabric, insulating both heat and noise effectively, and causes it to become hard to separate through the coupe when shut. Fold it away within the boot, plus the noise levels don't increase dramatically. Wind and bluster are sent within the passenger compartment without ruffling your hair of its occupants. Even tall drivers will quickly realize themselves within the airstream as a result of an extendable spoiler that pops out from your top with the windscreen and works using the rear windbreak to help divert the breeze. Pick the massaging seats and you could choose between several unique types of relaxing back rub, as the enormous motorhead consumes the long French motorway miles between you, together with St. Tropez in warbly burble with the exhaust. The only things ruining the ambience within our test car were the odd creak on the dashboard along with the squeaking of rear seat leather over rough surfaces, slightly undermining the impression of quality. Easily drowned out by the bellowing V8, though. Specification related to engine choice, no separate trims. Starts with well-equipped S500, moving around S63 and S65. Lots of customization options too, including 4 roof colors. Unlike the saloon, which includes a couple of different trim levels, the Mercedes S-Class Cabriolet incorporates a more restricted choice. It actually follows the identical formula since the coupe, while using S500 for sale in AMG line only, as well as the S63 and S65 packing their particular rosters of kit. Standard Mercedes S-Class Cabriolet equipment. The S500 will be the entry point to your S-Class Cabriolet range, although it's not basic. For a start, there's the cushy Airmatic air suspension system, which does a fantastic job of minimizing the effect for the ride on the enormous 19-inch AMG alloy wheels. Those are complemented using a sporty AMG-style bodykit, resistant to parking knocks by front and back sensors, along with an aft-facing camera. Feeling lazy? Simply press the active parking assist button and permit the car park itself. Lighting the road ahead are LED intelligent light system headlamps with adaptive high beam assist, which automatically selects between full and main beam available for you. A special group of window screen washers called Magic Vision Control sprays cleaning fluid directly in front in the wiper blades too. Inside there's either high gloss black poplar or brown burwood trim, plus black and porcelain, espresso brown leather options trimming the heated, electric front memory seats. Gadget-wise, elsewhere there's cruise control along with the common online sat-nav system displayed with a huge screen within the center console. Step up to your Mercedes-AMG S63 and you'll gain not simply a sledgehammer V8 but a sports exhaust system with 2 volume settings to see the world information on it, and also a specific AMG bodykit with V8 bi-turbo badging in case they're hard of hearing. Getting in and leaving is easier because of keyless entry and go. Plus you can find grippier AMG front seats and sports suspension to assist you to scythe over the bends. Keep your cool with 2-zone automatic climate control and programmable ambient lighting. Warm things back up again with rear seat heating and also the incredibly rich tones from the Burmester multi-channel audio system. Finally, the top with the tree Mercedes-AMG S65 adds a V12 motor towards the mix plus 47 Swarovski crystals towards the headlights for any striking visual signature. It also incorporates a specific bodykit and larger 20-inch alloy wheels, however the real delights are located inside. Exclusive Napa leather choices, illuminated door sill panels and diamond-patterned sports seats first of all, along with an upgraded Burmester 3D multi-channel stereo system with the ultimate audio experience. Pick either in the AMG cars and you simply get a complimentary AMG Driving Academy training experience at Mercedes-Benz World to instruct you how to drive an automobile properly. Optional Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet accessories. As you'd expect at a 6-figure car without roof, heaven really could be the limit here. There are a number of human options and lots of packs you are probably gonna be interested in. Make your S500 much more an AMG car with 20-inch alloy wheels, Burmester multi-channel system, illuminated door sills and keyless entry and go. You also get yourself a 360-degree view camera, the air balance fragrance system, massaging front seats and heated armrests, tire. Also available for the S500, and standard for the S63 and S65, could be the driving assistance package, which we've spelled out in more detail within the safety section. More superficially, there's a carbon fiber pack which adds weave towards the front and rear bumpers, exterior mirrors, and AMG side panels. There's fashionable carbon fiber engine cover. Otherwise, you can a host of shiny black trim towards the bumpers, exhaust tips, mirrors and side sills. Meanwhile, your roof can be specified by black, blue, beige or red. Other options are the AMG Drivers Package, vacation to one of AMG's Power and Passion track events plus a higher 186 miles per hour top speed, probably more relevant for the German Autobahn as opposed to A40. Useful though include the upgraded carbon ceramic disc brakes to assist halt the heavy S-Class time and again. Driving assistance pack is optional on S500. Adds many useful kit and keep you safe. Base car boasts decent kit levels though. The S63 and S65 fare slightly better versus the S500 here, gaining a pack of safety and driving assistance kit, which can be optional about the S500 and fantastic. You get blind spot assist, active lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control with lane keeping assistance, pre-safe and pre-safe plus, autonomous emergency braking plus pre-crash health concerns, belt tensioning, window closure etc. All cars get your self-reversing camera though, plus attention assist, which will keep an eye on your fatigue levels. Autonomous emergency braking is included with all three cars too, as well as a system to aid reduce understeer in the corner. Lots of room for front passengers. Not so spacious from the back. Less boot space than hardtop models. There's a lot of space beforehand, however, not so much from the back. Treated being a two-seater, you'll find a good amount of room to stretch, but those from the back perform a little worse. That folding roof eats into boot space for the tune of 50 liters, and that means you get 350 liters of space, enough to install a decent load of shopping or perhaps a bag of golf sets into. More towards the point, you'll get enough luggage in there for any long weekend inside south of France, and that is all that matters, really.